Hey there, my name is Tony Gadley of SGC Couture Fashions, and I want to do an update of my Jack A4. I've had Jackie, I named her Jackie. I've had Jackie for about 3 years now, well, about 2.5 years now. So I feel like I could give you a really, really good review of her at this point. So first of all, she's one of the first electronic sewing machines. That's what makes her stand out above Juki. She was the first to have the electronic equipment and automatic and stuff like that. Okay. She is a Jack A4. She let me see. She runs. Okay, so I do believe it's about 10,000 stitches per minute, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, forgive me for my mistake. Uh, let's see. Okay, so let's start right about here. Okay, first of all, she comes with a standard presser foot and standard plate. As you can see, like I said, I've had her for a while now, so I've changed out her plate and her feed dogs and her presser foot because these are the ones that I enjoy using the most, but yours will come with a standard one. Her tension is already preset when you receive her, and usually you can just leave the preset in place unless you are going to be doing like leather, heavy denim, heavy corduroy, stuff like that. Then that would be the only time that you would really have you would have to adjust the tension, which is here and up here, which this knob up here you definitely really don't have to touch. Okay, over here, oh, by the way, you can set her to, when you first receive her, she is set at automatic, where her presser foot automatically lifts when you turn her on and put fabric or anything in front of the foot, which I've turned mine off because that became annoying after some years, because the foot would lift up whenever a sensor is right here, so it would lift up and drop down every time. So I just turned it off, which you are able to change any of your settings over here. It also has an auto tacking, which means it will do the 2 or 3 stitches at the beginning and 2 or 3 stitches at the end. Again, I turned that feature off because I just didn't want to use it anymore. I just, do it myself. Okay. It also has an auto trimmer where it will trim the threads for you. I still have that feature turned on my machine because I am just spoiled to the machine trimming the threads for me. I'm not having to go back and trim any once I'm finished my project. Okay, so let's get a piece of fabric over here. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, the big foot pedal down here, which is enough space for both feet, but I usually only just use one foot, but you could use both if you wanted to. By rocking back on the foot, it lifts the presser foot. By letting your foot go forward, it brings the presser foot down and starts the stitching. If you listen, it's going to tack the first couple of stitches. No, it won't, because I turned that off. So let's go. Okay, so we're stitching, right? So let's say you got here, but you only need 1 or 2 more stitches. This little blue button up here, it'll do 1 stitch at a time. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay, next up at the back, you have the automatic presser foot lever where you can raise the presser foot up and down manually. I rarely ever do that. I do sometimes, but it's pretty rare. Right here is your LED lights right here, and you can dim them if you want to. You can turn them all the way off. I always leave my LED light on so that I could have better vision when stitching. Okay, so over here, this is your reverse. Okay, so that's your reverse. You see, just like that, you see the fabric going back. Okay, so that's what that's for. Not only that, when you need to adjust your stitch length, you just press this down. And so again, when you need to change your stitch length, you're going to use this lever right here. You're going to push it down and you're going to change your stitch length to whatever you need it to be. Generally, I keep mine on a 2.5 for sewing. You can go as low as a 5 for the longest stitch length for gathering, or if you put on like another presser foot like the gathering foot. So it's from 0 to 5 over here. So this you use to adjust this, and you also use it for putting your machine in reverse. Okay, so next up is, okay, so here is where you can do all of your different features. You can speed the machine up, increase the speed over here to faster or slower. I just keep mine on a moderate speed because I'm in no need for speed. I'm not racing for anything. You can have your needle to start in a down position, which is down into the fabric first, or in the up position if you would like to. Again, you can have your machine to auto tack and auto cut right here. Tack when you first get started stitching, and then it'll trim it'll auto tack at the end and trim the threads. Again, you can put it on auto foot, raise the presser foot automatically. When you put anything in front of the sensor, you'll find that to be a nuisance really quickly. You put anything in front of the sensor, it's going to keep making the presser foot go up and down, up and down. So I keep mine off at this point. It was fun for the first year, but after that, it became a nuisance. Okay, over here, right here where you see my finger. Okay, again, this is a computerized industrial sewing machine. So you can plug your phone over in here to charge it. You can plug in an additional light over here in the USB port. You can plug in your computer as well if you need to, your laptop, your iPad or whatever. Okay, this is the hand wheel right here where my hand is, which can bring your needle bar. Hand wheel right here for you to raise the needle bar up and down. Okay, your oil, you can see your oil, when you're winding a bobbin, then you can see your oil jumping up and down through there, which you should keep an eye on that. Okay, I know I'm going a little bit around in circles, but bear with me. Okay, you also come with these spool holders, the big cone holders. This one over where I'm pointing at right now, that is for auto bobbin winder. I rarely ever do it, but I should. But you can put a bobbin on here and you can be winding a bobbin while you're sewing. This one is for sewing. This one is for winding the bobbin. I tend to keep a pack of needles on here. Okay, don't charge me for that one. Don't charge that to my heart. As you can tell, I go through a lot of needles. I change my needles out every other project for the most part. So I keep a pack of number 12s up here. And then in my case, in my tools case, I keep lots of other needles, any other needles, leather needles, denim needles, needles for very fine delicates, all of that I keep in another space. Okay, So let's go ahead and lift this baby up. Okay, so starting at the front again, yes, I still have my machine on. Don't do that though. Okay, you're going to have your bobbin case. All of your bobbin feature is right here. Your machine does come with a bobbin case. I strongly recommend you buy an additional 4 bobbin cases because you will probably change this out once or twice a year, at least, depending on how frequently you're sewing and the different things that you're sewing. This is a catch pan. It kind of catches trash and garbage and all of that good stuff right down in there. This is your oil pan right here. Okay, you will change this oil out maybe once a year. For me, I usually try to change mine out at least once a year. And it's very easy to change. So now, where I'm pointing my finger right here, there's this little like plastic screw with a little thing to rubber gasket around there. That's where you let the oil out, and you would just hold the pan down underneath, let the oil out, wipe the oil pan, put some fresh oil in, which you should be able to get from your local distributor of these machines. Okay, so really you don't need to bother with anything under here, especially if you have no knowledge of dealing with anything under here, you know, in your machine. But just so you know how to look at things and how to put your oil in and how to change it. Okay, let that down real easy. And this machine is extremely heavy. Okay, and she does talk every time you turn her on.
Hello, welcome to use Jack's sewing machine. Wish you a happy work.
You can turn that off if you would like to. I don't know how to change the voice to something different. She's been talking like that to me since I've had her, so I don't know. Of course, also she comes with a glamorous table, as you can see. Her name is Jackie. I probably should change her name. It's too close to Jack, but anyway, that's not important. She also comes with a ruler right here for you. I use my ruler quite a bit sometimes, especially like if I forget a measurement or if I need to know, you know, just get an inch or a couple of inches or whatever, then I use my ruler right here. Okay, and of course it's 1 yard. It's a 1 yard ruler, so that's really good. Well, a little over a yard. As I mentioned, the foot pedal has enough space for you to put both feet on. If you wanted to, if you want to work with both feet. I personally do not work with both feet. I just work with one. But as you can see, I could put both on there. If I wanted to, you can raise this table up and down to the level that's most comfortable for you. This is what is most comfortable for me, along with the hand distance for me to work on my machine and not have to lean over anything like that. So you have to test what height is best for you, along with the chair that you choose for your machine. Okay, this decor does not come on here. I decorated this myself. Go me. And I think that is all the information that I have to share with you about the Jack A4. I hope you found this helpful. If you have, like, comment, share. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. If I have the answer, I will give you the answer. If I don't have the answer, I will try to find the answer. And if I can't find the answer, I will tell you I do not know what that answer is, okay? By the way, yes, you can change the feet out with this machine. I have a whole toolbox. I have a whole toolbox of feet, presser feet, that I change out to do my different projects with. And I will go over those another time in another video. But for now, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Bye-bye.